Here are the free games you can play for the month of January. This weekend, you can play Dome Keeper on Steam. If you're watching this video early enough before 10 a.m. Eastern, you might still be able to claim to own Billy's Wheelie for free on Steam before the offer expires. This week on the Epic Game Store, you can claim to own Bloons TD6. Next week, you can claim to own Styx Master of Shadows and Styx Shards of Darkness. You can also play Bounce Masters this week on the Epic Game Store mobile app. Newly added to Amazon Luna with Amazon Prime, you can now claim to own Sid Meier's Civilization 6 and Reflections of Life Dark Architect Collector's Edition. On January 15th, you can claim to own Brigador Up Armored Deluxe Edition, Gunslugs Rogue Tactics, and Deathkeep. On January 22nd, you can claim to own Harold Halibut and D&D Stronghold Kingdom Simulator. On January 29th, you can claim to own Al-Qadim the Genie's Curse, Technotopia, and Elderborn. For Luna Cloud Gaming this month, you can play Alan Wake, Death Stranding Director's Cut, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged, Monster Truck Championship Rebel Hunter Edition, Tormented Souls, Origami Shadow Edition, Spells and Secrets, Whisker Waters, Trepang 2, EA Sports Madden NFL 26. And for game night, you can now play Tricky Towers. On January 23rd, you can play the Jackbox Party Pack 3 with Game Night. Also with Game Night, sometime this month you'll be able to play Worms WMD. No date was listed for this one. For Humble Choice this month, you can claim to own Sonic Frontiers, Tomb Raider 4-6 Remastered, Hunt Showdown 1896, Etrian Odyssey 2 HD, Nice Day for Fishing, Metal Slugs Tactics, Settlement Survival, and Wizard of Legend 2. Your Humble Choice subscription this month goes to support Gamers Outreach. Newly added to Apple Arcade, you can now play the Plus versions of Final Fantasy, Trials of Mana, Rodeo Stampede, and It's Literally Just Mowing. I don't know what's coming to Netflix this month. However, looking through the list of game announcements I was trying to keep track of last year, I noticed that Spirit Crossing was supposed to be released. At some point, the early access to the game was released on at least Android, and it looks like it now has an expected release for 2026. It might also be worth noting that Netflix sold the developer Spry Fox back to the original owners, and the game is planned for release on mobile and Steam. For Meta Horizon Plus this month, you can claim Super Hot VR and Ultra Wings 2. Newly added to the rotating games, you can now play Assassin's Creed Nexus VR, Green Hell VR, and Into Black. Newly added to Game Pass Premium, you can now play Atomfall, Lost in Random The Eternal Die, Rematch, and Warhammer 40k Space Marine Master Crafted Edition, all of which was already available for Game Pass PC and Ultimate. Newly added to Game Pass Premium, PC, and Ultimate, you can now play Brews and Bastards, Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition, and Final Fantasy. On January 15th, you can play My Little Pony: A Zephyr Heights Mystery. On January 20th, you can play Resident Evil Village. For Game Pass Ultimate and PC, you can play Star Wars Outlaws on January 13th. On January 20th, you can play Mio Memories in Orbit. And on January 22nd, you can play Nova Roma, but only for PC. For PlayStation Plus Essential this month, you can claim Need for Speed Unbound, Disney Epic Mickey Rebrushed, and Core Keeper. Newly added to Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack for the Nintendo Switch 2. You can now play the GameCube game Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. If you want more game discussions, you can listen to our latest Spawn Trap podcast on the screen right now. I might be live streaming tonight on my other channel if you want to watch and hang out. And for more games that you can play for free every weekend, make sure to subscribe on YouTube and turn on notifications.